All the atmosphere, guys are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The support... Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I like the look of this fella, Tijjani Reinders, Peter. The Dutchman being one of the better all-round midfielders to emerge in recent times. He's energetic, he's intelligent both on and off the ball in the way he reads the game.
Shoots! Decent hits and on target. Savinho. Stones. Lewis. Rodri. And here's Haaland. And here's Savinho. Foden. Chance for a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Reinders is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Great defending, strong and determined. Stones. Ruben Dias. Reinders. Foden. Nouri. And it's played forward. That'll be a throw. Savinho providing an outlet on that flank. Time to deliver. Bernardo Silva! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. Ball's gone out of play. Savinho's cross. Gravenberg. Konate. Wirtz. Frimpong. Good-looking ball. Wirtz. Kerkesh. Well, the clearance is short. And they've got a throw. Mohamed Salah. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Savinho. And it's Reinders. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, Savinho, looking for a decent ball in. Back into the middle. Stones. Rodri. Reinders. And here's Bernardo Silva. Shot, surely! Tries to get it clear. Very nicely done. Bernardo Silva. Now this could be a chance!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Gravenberg. Now it's Wirtz. Frimpong. Now it's Wirtz. Oh, nice touch. Extravagant effort! It's off target and by quite a way. Stones. Nouri. Reinders. That's a look and plays it forward. And here's Reinders. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's run loose here. Foden. Bernardo Silva. He's having a shot! Foden opts to play it. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, what a climb! He's got away with one there.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Lewis. Kerkez. Konate. Van Dijk. Konate. Kerkez. Moved on forwards. And it's Wirtz. Frimpong. Frimpong played out towards the right wing. And here's Gakpo. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Savinho, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Konate. Van Dijk. McAllister. Kerkez. Frimpong. Wirtz. Wirtz proves just a little bit too strong. Mohamed Salah backward. Big chance! McAllister plays it short. Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Stones. Bernardo Silva. Stones shifted upfield. Defending of the desperate variety. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Delivered in. He's cut it out. Trying to get their passing game going here, Jim. Just plotting a route round their opponents.
Yeah, just keep things nice, short, crisp, and let the ball do all the work, and it ought to pay off for them as well.
And it's Stones. Foden. Decent chance! Well, that is asking for trouble. Savinho's cross. And he's there to clear it. Here's Foden. That has been knocked clear. Lewis. And here's his shooting! And he's heaved it away. Reinders. And Bernardo Silva!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
It'll be a throw-in. And it's Lewis. Danger averted for now. And claimed it back swiftly. That's really well manoeuvred. Gakpo. Kerkez, aim forwards. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Gravenberg. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's had a shot! Great effort, but no way through. Gakpo. Frimpong. Wirtz in acres of space out wide. And that has been cleared. Plenty waiting, it could be danger here. And that's a good chance to shoot! Goal! First blood drawn. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And it's Wirtz. And that's been won straight back. Gakpo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Reinders. Now, there's no getting past him. It's really well defended. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gakpo forwards and with intent. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rodri. Foden. Haaland! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Donnarumma sends that a long way. Frimpong. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Gakpo. Wirtz. Oh, good spread. Gets good distance on it. And it's Frimpong. Vitz. That's an excellent interception. He can get that clear. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Savinho. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Konate. Van Dijk, gently done. Rodri. Nouri. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Vitz. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Kerkesh getting this one clear. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Savinho! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Vitz. Isak played out to the left flank. That's a nicely shaped ball. Gakpo, nicely shaped cross. Ruben Dias clears it away, and the counter is on. That's been slipped through. Foden. A chance to play it in. Foden plays it in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Kerkez. Tries a measured ball. Diving header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Frimpong clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cuts out the pass. Konate. Kerkez. Gakpo. Kerkez. McAllister. Ruben Dias cuts it out. Played out to the right. Delivered across. Deftly away. There are a few waiting for it. Out of play for a goal kick. Rodri. Reinders. Forward it goes. Gravenberg. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Kerkez. That has been knocked clear. Vitz. That's the keeper's ball. Foden. Gakpo. Oh, it's just a little long. Moved on forwards. And it's Bernardo Silva. Muscular approach does pay off here. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Lewis. Now then, the ball's come loose. Foden, aimed in towards the centre. That is clearly overhit. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Konate. Frimpong. Salah. And here's Isak. There's the shot! And he has been fouled there. He's gone for the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Gravenberg wins the duel this time. Frimpong, now here's the delivery. Too much on that, it's gone out. Nouri. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Sabinho. Oh, such a clever touch. And Bernardo Silva! Kerkez shifted upfield, and it's Reinders. Sabinho. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And they've got rid. Now who's going to be first to this?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Isak. Lewis. Rodri. Nouri. Aim forwards. Reinders. And here's Foden. Kerkez, who's set up one goal so far. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Van Dijk. Konate. Van Dijk. Looks to the other side. Frimpong. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Salah crosses. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Rodri. Lewis. Stones. Nouri. Reinders. McAllister. Gakpo. Kerkez. Showing good feet. McAllister. He's in a good... There's the shot!
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Wirtz. Gakpo has found the net here, of course. Gakpo goes hurtling down that left-hand side. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Ruben Dias clears it away. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Lewis. Lovely feet, he is such a good mover. And he welcomes it in. Oh, they could break here. He is through here. Isak! Great idea, just poorly executed.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Stones. And it's played forward. Nouri. Aim forwards. And it's Frimpong. He's in plenty of space here. Mohamed Salah. And the shot! Well, that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Stones. Moved on forwards. Reinders. Foden. Lovely feet. And here's... tries a shot! Kirkes. McAllister, and it's played forward. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Isak. Out to the right. Can he deliver? Played into the middle. Nice interception, well timed. Lewis. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Wirtz. Out to the left it goes. Cross goes in there. Stones with the clearance. Reinders. And it's Frimpong. And here's Mohamed Salah. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's got away. Frimpong. Mohamed Salah. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rodri. Haaland. And it's Salah. And here's Gakpo. And there's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Gakpo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Van Dijk. Kirkes. And here's Gakpo. Kirkes. Lovely ball and a real... It's Salah! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mohamed Salah is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Foden. Stones. And it's Bernardo Silva. Real chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
McAllister. Kirkes. Gakpo looks to get on the end of this. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred. Vitz. Gakpo. Gakpo in acres of space out wide. Dealt with nicely by the defence. McAllister. Out towards the flank. Gakpo. Mohamed Salah! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Stones. Reinders. Frimpong. Gravenberg. McAllister. Van Dijk. Van Dijk gently done. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Lewis. Rodri shifted upfield. Bernardo Silva. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gravenberg moved on forwards. Lewis. Foden. And it's Stones. Reinders. Hit into the middle. And the goalkeepers. And he'll shoot here! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Reinders really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Ruben Dias with the short one. That's good play. And here's Reinders. Reinders, and he's gone backward here. And here's Savinho. Tries to get it clear. McAllister. Reinders. Reinders. Over to the left. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And he shoots! It's a loose ball. And that was very necessary. No way through, so back it comes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Frimpong. Mohamed Salah. Well, that's well seen too. Savinho. Reinders. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Haaland! Frimpong. Mohamed Salah. Oh, Red, nice interception. Savinho. And it's Reinders. And here's Savinho. Van Dijk can get it clear. And here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has got himself a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Cherki! It's anyone's ball now. Isaac. Frimpong. Now it's Wirtz. Frimpong. Wirtz. Nice control. Frimpong tries to dink it through. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. And it's played forward. Nouri. Cherki. Foden. Kerkez gets across to intercept that. Konate. Gravenberg. Kerkez. Gakpo. That has been knocked clear. Van Dijk have it back and can go again. Can he get onto this? Ruben Dias attempts a clearance.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Van Dijk. McAllister. Kerkez. Strong running down that left flank. Bernardo Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cherki. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Nouri. It's an inviting looking ball that. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mohamed Salah. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Savinho. That'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to get free. Cherki. And he thumps it clear. Gakpo. Kerkez. Forwards and with intent. Nouri. Cherki. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bernardo Silva. Stones. Played with finesse. And he's there to clear it. Ruben Dias goes short. Climbs up big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Van Dijk. Kerkez. McAllister. Kerkez. Van Dijk. Aim forwards. Stones. Cherki. Savinho. Cherki. Savinho. Up towards the front line. Konate shifted upfield. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Savinho. Cherki. Now it's Haaland. Mohamed Salah. Kerkez. Konate. Kerkez. Kerkez. It's a sharp pass. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Cherki. Rodri. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Bernardo Silva. Foden played out towards the right wing. And here's Haaland. Stones. Foden, oh, good spread.
Stones really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gakpo has been caught there, it's a foul. Gravenberg is fouled. Konate. A probing pass. Gets it away. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Konate. And the shot's on. Isaac! And he hits the net. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Ruben Dias moved on forwards, and he cuts out the supply. Stones. Lewis. Played out to the right. Bernardo Silva. And he's well positioned here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. free! Van Dijk getting this one clear. Lewis. Oh, it's played into the area. Gakpo. And it's played forward. Gakpo looks to get on the end of this. Foden forwards and with intent. Always onto this. Takes a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
They've played it short. So who's he picking out? And a chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Frimpong tries making a foray down the right. Lewis. Stones.
Are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Savinho is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Tries a deft little ball. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Cherki, aim forwards. He is just caressing the ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow and designed to force opposition mistakes.
Nice looking ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Plenty waiting in the middle. And here's... and the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Bernardo Silva. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Gakpo. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here, much more in your face.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
And here's Gakpo. Gravenberg, now he's got space here. Salah.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Foden, driving on and making good progress. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
McAllister. Cherki, played out wide. Incoming delivery. Marmoush. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That has been cut short. Oh, good ball. Haaland! Caught offside that time. Lewis. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's really well cleared. Great defending, strong and determined. Stones. Foden. And here's Haaland. Haaland! They've scored! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed!
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So is this the start of a comeback? Konate, Gravenberg, McAllister, Van Dijk, Konate, that's really well manoeuvred. Foden, oh, that's a clever looking ball. That's very neat. And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ruben Dias with the short one. It's a mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
What a throw in. And here's Marmoush. Cherki. And here's Bernardo Silva. That is lovely. Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Calmly anticipates. Foden. Stones. Lewis. Rodri. Moved on forwards. And Bernardo Silva! Decent enough try.
Bernardo Silva usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can though.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Isak. Played into space out wide. Lewis. Foden. Oh, this looks sharp. Konate gets over and intercepts. And it's played forward. Konate shifted upfield. And it's Frimpong. No, that's overhit. Stones. Foden. Konate cuts out the pass. Mohamed Salah. Konate. Konate, gently done. Cherki. Van Dijk. Konate. Mohamed Salah. Salah. Frimpong. And here's Wirtz. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Driving forward. Foden. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Wirtz. That's a good run down the left. Kerkez. There will be a throw-in. Nouri. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Haaland! Haaland! It's in! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kerkez. Gakpo. Now it's Gakpo. Oh, what's he giving here? Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Gets it away. Frimpong crosses. Ruben Dias attempts a clearance. Frimpong. Oh, sweet feet. Does really well to win the ball there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Goes down, but nothing given. And here's Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Foden.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Moved on forwards. And it's Wirtz. McAllister.
Isak really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Lewis, and it's lofted through here. Konate getting this one clear. Ruben Dias goes short. Looking for a decent ball in. Van Dijk with the clearance. Lewis. Rodri. Marmoush. Out to the right. Lewis, and that's aimed into the middle. And that is good defending. It's been repelled. Kerkez is there and he can get that clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Isak.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Isak, and the shot! And that would have won it.
Isak really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
It was hopeful to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Ruben Dias. And it's played forward. Van Dijk cuts it out. McAllister. Van Dijk forwards and with intent. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. And here's Haaland.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now this could be a chance. That's good defending, very good defending.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Isak. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Frimpong. Oh, he's been flattened there. And here's Wirtz. Wirtz spread out to the left. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Isak. McAllister. Gakpo. Keke. He's there to hit it! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Cherki. Bernardo Silva. Out to the left it goes. Now here's the delivery. Sticks it away! We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Frimpong. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Quick chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Great defending, strong and determined. Nouri. Rodri. Ruben Dias.
They're making life really hard for themselves. The ball needs to be in the mixer, not there.
Foden. Foden played out towards the right wing, caresses it through. It's come to nothing.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Frimpong. Mohamed Salah. Isak. That's a half-decent try. That has been knocked clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ruben Dias. Foden. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Lewis. Foden. Oh, good spread. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind.
think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Frimpong. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Vids. And it's Frimpong.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. And he's there to clear it. Cherki. Ruben Dias. It is now or never. Time is against them.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And here's Marmouche. And Bernardo Silva! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Stones. Out to the left it goes. Good play on the left-hand side here. Cherki. Good take and... Oh, shooting chance! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And here's Haaland. Cherki. Time added on 4 minutes. Bernardo Silva. Well read. And the danger is averted. Mohamed Salah. Vids. Oh, nicely intercepted. Cherki. Thinks one through. Gakpo. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, and again! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. That's really well manoeuvred.
Foden clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Vardiol. Bernardo Silva. And that's it. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. So a dramatic game decided in its